myself that to tell you the restroom is on the other side. Just keep going like that. When you get over there, just go all the way down the hall to the right and watch the steps down. It gets everybody. We're going to have a brief intermission between halves, and at that time we've got refreshments and CDs for sale, and John Smith is releasing a brand new album tonight, and has his others there as well. So is there anything else I'm forgetting, dear Doug? But before we hear John and Dan tonight, it's my pleasure to introduce a friend that I've known for at least 20 years, can't remember exactly. And he's been a musician since forever, 1955, I believe is what you told me. And he's been on a long road in life, and music, and knowing Jerry, life and music are one and the same. And so it's an honor for me to have him here in my house tonight. Please welcome Jerry Mullins.
I can't tell you what an honor it is to be introduced by somebody like Dale. Dale teaches music at Colorado College downtown, and he's pretty good. I've had the wonderful opportunity to sit around the supper table after dinner and pass a guitar around the table, and he being one of the people there, and that there might be a few hundred years of music in the room there, and we sit around and end up listening to Dale for quite a while. So anyway, welcome. I can't tell you what a pleasure it is to have you here tonight. We've got John Smith and Dan. He's got a playing accompaniment, and I'm not terribly familiar with him, but I went out online to look at him, and he's Sebranek, and holy smokes, the guy is just red hot. So you guys just stumbled into something tonight where you're going to get about 2x what you paid for music. If you can just sit through what I've got. We'll start out with, all of these things you're going to hear is original music. I think that's probably pretty true for the entire night. But way back in the day, that's the saying, I guess, that means like back when the earth was dark and void and without form. I was a songwriter and had the amazing luck to run into a guy named J.J. Cale, and he sent a fellow named Gordon Payne and I out to California, opened doors for us. But this is one of the songs that I was carrying around with me at that time. It's called Doctor, Doctor. Maybe I should get sit up first. Stop. Okay, thank you. That was the whole thing right there. What do you think? Okay. Somebody help me, I think I'm lost. Can't remember which roads I've crossed. Oh, people may touch me, I can't seem to feel. Put me on the couch, let's see if I'm real. Oh, yeah. Somebody help me, I can't see you, though you're standing nearly in my shoes. Doc just walked away, shaking his head. Put me in the ground to see if I'm dead. Oh, doctor, doctor, soothsayer with pills. Only love's gonna cure my ills. I said, doctor, doctor, don't you make no mistakes. Said my life's in your hands, won't you give me a break? Oh. Help me, I think I'm lost. Can't remember which roads I've crossed. Oh, running in circles is all I can do. I said, look me over, I'm a lot like you. I said, doctor, doctor, soothsayer with pills. Well, song that loving's gonna kill my ills. I said, doctor, doctor, don't you make no mistakes. Said, my life's in your hands, won't you give me a break? Somebody help me, I think I'm lost, yeah.
Y'all are very nice. As long as you don't start throwing food, I'm good. Anyway, that was something about Doctor. It occurred to me at one point in my life that, we treat those guys like they're gods, and I don't think they want to be that. But it's one of those things where you're trusting them with everything. It's like, by the way, you need to be cracked open, and we're going to put a new heart in you, and everything will be fine. Trust me. Let me just say, okay. But it's all about love, and it's all about what is it that really cures you? Is it love? Everybody, is it love? It's love. Thank you. I've been followed by a herd of angels, the best I can figure out. Between flying the hang gliders, racing motorcycles, and being married 44 years. It wasn't by some grand damn plan, I'll tell you that much. But we got, I'm very lucky. I've found a woman that puts up with this music stuff, followed me out to California. We did all that stuff, had a whole lot of fun. A couple of raccoons looking for a garbage pile to get into, and we found it. But anyway, I wrote a song trying to impress her. And this is a song for Rocky. My wife's name, by the way, is Rocky. And I left my music lube over in the corner of the stage. Oh, man, thank you. Thank you. But anyway, this is called Undo a Sailor, but it became Rocky's song, so it's entitled Rocky's Song. And it goes a whole lot just like this. How to undo a sailor when his mind's all white. How to undo the wrong when nothing's been right. Do you start from the end or where to begin? Can you feel the might of an uncertain mind caught from behind as it bolts into flight? How far to go when you run out of road and your wheels won't touch the ground? How big a load before you explode and you get where you can't turn around? Well, there's one-way streets and both ends meet. Can you feel alright when life calls to you? Have to rush through, then you're old overnight. No, 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 no. When you're in love and you can't see above a mountain, you feel all around. Just take my hand, walk from this landlord, keeping the feet on the ground. But if you don't see the way, don't try it today. How you feel mind of an uncertain mind caught from behind as it bolts in the fight. As it bolts in the fight. you. Very kind. Thank you. I've only got one more to do before I bring out the real talent in the entertainment, don't you know? But we've got, wait a minute, a little more music loop. Thank you very much. And then we have, this is what you call a memory substitute when you get to be this age. How many folks have ever walked into a room and going, what the hell am I doing here? Is there one or two? Okay, thanks. I'm not the only one. Good. The next tune is for all of us musicians. There's a few in the room here. It's kind of hard to do that as a living. I failed. I decided I was going to go ahead and get a degree and do something else I could do to eat on. Everybody been down that road? Okay, I've been down that road, and it was good. I was able to feed myself regularly and do all that stuff, and obviously I've done pretty well. But anyway, this is called it's called The Club Player. This is one of these tunes that it's extremely personal. I hope it doesn't offend anybody for being so personal. But if you know the song, sing along. If not, then try not to throw fruit. He was an old worn club player, spending his time in the bars, playing for those who danced in the dark. Once took aim for fame, but missed the mark. But that wouldn't keep him loving his playing, playing wherever he could. He knew every song that had ever been sung, file from under his hat if you sang along. Oh, Daddy, please come home tonight. Me and Mama still love you so. If you'd just come home, everything would be right. Oh, Daddy, please come home tonight. One time I would see through the back door of the club where he's playing, listen a while. Though the songs that he played I'd heard often before, still they moved me inside, made me smile. Of all the heroes young boy could have, strong, brave, and true, the tallest of all, he lived in my dreams, and with just a kind word on my feet would flow downstream. Oh, Daddy, please come home tonight. Me and Mama still love you so. If you'd just come home, everything would be right. Oh, Daddy, please come home tonight. One night when I sat there, just watching him play, our eyes met, he was filled with tears. But his voice never broke, just kept singing this song. I'm so lonesome I could die. The bar fell stone silent, turned round to hear an old song heard anew. But the song that I heard was a song of love, and as the song ended, my heart took the wings of a dove. Oh, Daddy, please come home tonight. Me and Mama still love you so. If you'd just come home, everything would be right. Oh, Daddy, please come home tonight. Oh, Daddy, oh, Daddy, oh, Daddy, please come home tonight. Thank you. Gang, I'd like to turn this over. We're going to have to do a little change over here to get John on stage and everything, but you've come to hear one of the very, very best. I've heard John several times, and he never fails to thrill me. The boy is absolutely the real thing. So anyway, welcome Johnny aboard, and I'll see you on the second set. Thank you.
Very nice, Jerry.
Thanks, sir. Now.
nice.
Welcome aboard, Johnny. Thank you, sir. And for you, that's worth about $1 million.
Oh, getting in the saddle here.
Okay, all right. So, I want to tell you about the art that's in our hallway. It's by an artist by the name of Neil Toppin, who's sitting right here. You may stand. It's of the Emma Crawford coffin races, all the individuals from that, so it's really wonderful pieces. And I want to tell you this because they're going home tomorrow, so if you want one tonight, do that.
Come on up, Daniel.
For different artists all around local.
Get a nosebleed.
So, they're not for sale, but I can tell you who the artist is if you like that style. Okay, any questions? Okay, fine.
Let's see. This stuff over. Dan, you got water and everything?
I got water, yeah.
Okay, I think we're good to go, yeah.
It's an honor to have John Smith and Dan Sebranek here tonight.
Not quite ready yet, but
Thank you. Okay, are we on here? No. Not yet. Check. Yeah. We going there?
hey guys, how are you?
Guitar working there? Check. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday night, and Susie, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah. They let anybody in this place. No, it's a treat to be here. I played here a long time ago, and it's great to be back again. What a cool whole space here, and extra treat for me to have with me here Dan Sebranek. 30 years. This is our 30th year of playing together, and so Dan Sebranek, everybody. Yeah.
Thank you. Great to be here. Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah, we do mostly all original, but a few other people's songs that we love. Going to start out with one actually. You can't really come to the Colorado and the mountains and not think of this song by one of my favorite songwriters, a lady named Kate Wolf. Anybody familiar with Kate Wolf? She was a wonderful singer back in the 70s and 80s and passed away from leukemia. And but it's got a simple chorus, and if you hear it and get, you can sing the wrong words. It's okay.
I do it all the time.
I've been walking in my sleep, counting troubles instead of counting sheep. Where the years went, I can't say. I just turned around and they're gone away. And I've been sifting through the layers, dusty books and faded papers that tell the story I used to know. It was one that happened so long ago. Now it's gone away, and yesterday, now I find myself on the mountainside, where the rivers change direction across the great divide. Well, I heard the owl a-calling as the night was softly falling. Asked a question and I replied, now he's gone across the borderline. Help us out. Now it's gone away, and yesterday, Now I find myself on the mountainside, where the rivers change direction across the great divide. Finest hour that I have seen is the one that comes between the edge of night and the break of day. That's when the darkness rolls away. Now it's gone away, and yesterday. Now I find myself on the mountainside, where the rivers change direction across the great divide. One more time. Now it's gone away, and yesterday. Now I find myself on the mountainside, where the rivers change direction across the great divide, where the rivers change direction across the great divide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys. Normally we would stand up, but since we're in Colorado, we just got here today from Wisconsin. We thought we'd get a nosebleed if we stood up here, so we're sitting down. Yeah. Anyway, this is cozy, huh? Nice.
Very cozy.
Okay, well, another exciting thing about being here, besides just coming to Colorado, which we love, is I have a brand new CD in hand. Tonight's the first night that we're selling it, so it's kind of a CD release night, and for us anyway. And this one here, it's a song called The Fallow Season, and it's really a fallow season of the heart or the soul, I guess, and but written this time of year. The crops are in the last hay mowed. There's frost on the apples, and the geese have flown. The good black earth and the white oak tree take their rest now until the spring. I'll walk this path with the birch leaves falling. I hear them whisper, the fallow season's calling. 'Cause that's what I need, is a little go easy. Let my shadow catch up with me. I wanna slow down and do a little more breathing. I wanna follow that call of the fallow season. I wanna make time to take the time it takes to wind on down. Let the clock go still, let the day go where it will. I wanna drink my fill right here and right now. I'm gonna look at my life, do a little fine tuning, get out my Zen knife and do a little pruning. 'Cause what I need is a little go easy. Let my shadow catch up with me. And I want to slow down and do a little more breathing. I want to follow that call of the fallow season. Snow will fall upon these fields they'll rest deep, gather all they need to bear another year. Now here I stand after the harvest. I did the work, I kept the promise. Now I'm feeding the birds and I'm bringing in wood. I'm gonna get all cozy next to the fire with a brand new book. Let the stars spin and this old earth's turn, and I'll be here waiting for the spring's return. 'Cause what I need is a little go easy. Let my shadow catch up with me. And I want to slow down and do a little more breathing. I want to follow that call of the fallow season. I want to lean in to the fallow season. Thank you, thank you. Sounding good, Daniel. Yeah.
Half bad.
Yeah. You getting in the saddle now there? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not used to sitting down playing to start with, and then sitting down this high up, and we're already 5,000 feet in the air, right? 6,000. That's why I feel like I feel.
Geez, now you shouldn't have told him that.
We live in Wisconsin, and we're pretty much at sea level,
Pretty much.
but it happens every time.
Unless you climb our 500 feet mountains. Hills, they are hills. We don't even call them hills, we call them bluffs. Bluffs. Because they're trying to bluff somebody that they're a mountain, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, when Dan's not playing with me, he's got a wonderful, wonderful bluegrass band back home in Wisconsin called String Ties, and Dan's kind of the front man pretty much, and does a lot of picking and a lot of singing with that group. And one of our first times of coming to Colorado together, our first time coming together, we weren't even playing as a duo yet. Dan was in a wonderful bluegrass band called Northern Hospitality, and they entered the Telluride Bluegrass Band Contest, and so they got in. So it was like, road trip. And we drove all the way out to Telluride. I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. And then there was the big contest, and they won. They won the contest. It was really exciting. Really exciting. And while we were there, first time we got to hear a band called Newgrass Revival, a kind of a edgy bluegrassy thing. And they played this song here by wonderful songwriter Holly Dunn. It's called Love Someone Like Me. It's a nice picture there, Dan. You kind of, it's nice, yeah. Not bad either. It's nice. Yeah.
You ready? Well, that dancing moon out on the water, do you feel inclined romantically? Now if you do, I think you ought to love someone like me. Now there ain't no place you should be going. There ain't no need for you to leave, 'cause it's a lover's night and the stars are showing for you to love someone like me. Someone else might try and bind you, but my love will set you free. And if your heart has has got a mind to. You could love someone like me. Oh, look at that. Now you don't need luck to get good loving, and you don't need me to set you free. Oh, but if you do, I think you ought to love someone like me. Yeah, but someone else might try and bind you, but my love will set you free. And if your heart has got a mind to, you could love someone like me. Dancing mood out on the water, do you feel inclined romantically? Now if you do, I think you ought to love someone like me. You could love someone like me.
Dan Sebranek on those hot licks there. Nice, Daniel. Oh, okay.
I think I need a beer.
Sound okay? Not too loud, not too soft. Pretty nice, yep. So, that's a ginkgo.
Ginkgo, okay.
So this is the title track of the new CD, and not much really to say about it, other than it's kind of a song to my wife. Her name is Jo. We all call her Jojo. And no, that's not right. Yeah, it is right. Like I said, it's a brand new song. I met you in November. We took a walk down Cumming Street, by that tiny place with the picket fence and great big ginkgo tree. You said growing up you had one too, stood tall in your backyard. I placed a leaf in my pocket and pressed it close to my heart. Ginkgo leaves may fall tomorrow on the frosty morning grass. Only God knows just how many autumn seasons we have left. So if some mighty wind come takes me, it lays me softly on the ground, and I miss the last chance to say I love you. That's why I'm telling you now. I made a wish that day upon that leaf, that you could find a way to let me into your heart and love me true one day. Well, that wish came true and we planted a ginkgo all those years ago. Now it stands tall in the morning sun, all shimmering gold. Ginkgo leaves may fall tomorrow on the frosty morning grass. Only God knows just how many autumn seasons we have left. So if some mighty wind come takes me and lays me softly on the ground, and I miss the last chance to say I love you, that's why I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you here. I'm the breeze that whispers through the ginkgo leaves, sweet and sweet. We married in September, two young saplings interwound, like two young oaks in the meadow, together make one perfect crown. We have weathered winter's fury, through July storms we held our own. Now we reap the harvest of the love we sowed so many years ago. Ginkgo leaves may fall tomorrow on the frosty morning grass. Only God knows just how many autumn seasons we have left. So if some mighty wind come takes me and lays me softly on the ground, and I miss the last chance to say I love you, that's why I'm telling you now. And I miss the last chance to say I love you, that's why I'm telling you now. Thanks, you guys. Funny story. So yeah, my wife and I have this thing about ginkgo leaves. And if I'm traveling somewhere and I run into a ginkgo tree somewhere, I just pick a leaf up and bring it home, just a little gift, you know. And the rest of it's all true story. But a cool little side note is, so the day that this CD arrived, right, at the house, if you know anything about ginkgo leaves, they drop their leaves pretty much all in one day. Like the only tree that does that, you just, one day they're there, and the next day, whoa. It's just, it's kind of a unique thing, you know, and they all just fall there. And it's, I don't know, it's beautiful. It just looks like somebody's dress falling off. Whoa. That's how I think of it. And it could be your pants, but yeah, a dress, you know, it's kind of nicer. But anyway, so the day that the CD arrived, was the day the ginkgo's leaves all dropped off. How cool is that? So, anyway, so here's a little ditty. People have asked me for years about how in the heck did you ever get in this business, and I've told the story, and it's different parts and chapters of my life, and but one little piece of it is just a little piece of that story, and and I've told it a couple times to friends or from the stage, and there's this buddy from home, and from Dewood, Iowa, where I grew up, and he heard me tell the story a time or two, and every time he'd say, "You got to write a song about that. You have to write a song about that." And I'd say, "Yeah, I should write a song." And I'd see him the next year. "Have you written that song yet?" "No, I should. Yeah, you should. I'm gonna." Yeah. And that's about like 5 years of that. Finally, he's like bugging me like every week. "Did you write the song yet? Did you write the song yet?" And so I couldn't put out a new CD without writing the dang song. So here it is. It's a little talking blues thing. Well, it was the summer out of high school. I was working at a Clinton, Iowa factory, dreaming about the ocean blue out west and palm trees on the beach. And then one day I was walking downtown past the mobile filling station when I spotted this car parked from out of state. I figured it was somebody on vacation. So I walked inside where these old guys were smoking cigars and playing euchre. And I asked, "Who owns that Mercury out there all the way from California?" Well, this old guy named Ed, he said, "That's my Merc, and I'm looking for somebody to drive me back to where I live in sunny Pasadena." And I said, "Holy cow, can you believe my luck? Must be angels pulling strings for me somewhere up above. Now I'm happy as a pig rolling in the barnyard muck. Thank my stars, my Venus, and my Mars. Hallelujah, I'm a lucky duck." Well, I signed up for junior college, got an apartment, and found me a job. Working after school, cleaning up as a janitor at Johnson's Lincoln Mercury car lot. And then at dusk one night, I was working out back when this crazy scene unfolded. Seems a fella had stolen a car a few days back and was just trying to return it. But my boss ran out and chased that thief out to where I was sweeping up out back, and he was closing in because that thief was lugging a suitcase, an instrument, and a big backpack. And then, out of the blue, you'll never guess what happened to me then. That thief tossed me my first guitar and said, "Here's a gift, my friend." And I said, "Holy smoke, do you believe my luck? Must be angels pulling strings for me somewhere up above. Now I'm happy as a pig rolling in the barnyard muck. Thank my stars, my Venus, and my Mars. Hallelujah, I'm a lucky duck." Now here I am at 60 plus. I still feel like a fortunate son. I got a place on the river, 2 kayaks, and a beat-up camper bus. I got a great wife, sons and daughters, grandkids, they're all fun. They make me laugh and give me lots of juicy granddad love. Well, some say there's no such thing as luck, coincidence, or fate, that there's no God up there who's dealing cards and filling inside straits. All I know is I've been blessed. Maybe it's just my attitude. But I believe in karma, and what comes around goes around is true. Must be angels pulling strings for me somewhere up above. Thank my stars, my Venus, and my Mars. Hallelujah, I'm a lucky duck. Born in the year of the rabbit, I'm an Aquarius. Thank God, I'm a lucky duck. Geez, a true story. So once I started writing it, I got it all going. Then I sat down to play it, and it was about a 10-minute song. So I thought, this isn't going to work. So I put it into, that's called talking blues. So you get a lot of words in a short time. Problem with that is trying to remember them all. So, but we made it through.
Yeah, first time for me. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to do a fun song now that kind of a bluegrassy thing, old-timey bluegrassy, and by a guy named Brian Sutton, wonderful player that plays a lot with Tim O'Brien and great players and stuff like that. And it's a song he wrote. It's got a simple chorus. This room sounds so nice with everybody singing. But it's called "Show Me a Place I Don't Have to Hurry, and That's Where I Belong. Show me a place I don't have to worry, and that's where I belong." So sing along. Pretend you're in Ireland. You've had a couple pints. And yeah, bring some pints in here now.
Can we order that? Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Get my position here. 1, 2, 1. Show me a place where I don't have to worry, and that's where I belong. Show me a place where I don't have to hurry, and that's where I belong. Well, give me the time and I might change my mind, and it won't matter if I'm wrong. Show me a place where I don't have to worry, that's where I belong. Ready? Don't hurry. where I don't have to worry. That's where I belong. Show me a place where I don't have to hurry. That's where I belong. That's right here. Well, give me some time. Well, I might change my mind, and it won't matter if I'm wrong. Show me a place where I don't have to worry. That's where I belong. Show me a place where I don't have to worry. That's where I belong. Show me a place where I don't have to hurry. That's where I belong. Well, give me some time and I might change my mind, and it won't matter if I'm wrong. Show me a place where I don't have to worry. That's where I belong. That's where I belong. Thank you.
Nice, Daniel. I know I was having too much fun there. I whacked my guitar out just a little bit there. So here's another one from the new CD. I write a lot of songs about stuff close to me that I kind of know. People have always said, when you're trying to think about something to write and you can't think of anything, write about something you know. Not a bad idea. So. Just the other morning, going through a drawer, I stumbled on a photo, maybe 1974. It was me and my older brother back at the old home place, sitting around the kitchen table, looking face to face. A couple of hippies in our 20s, flannel shirts and bushy beards. You can see the bond between us, and I still feel it's there. Yeah, he's always been a hero, someone I've looked up to. Now here I sit, an older man, and I still feel that's true. Oh, when I'm feeling low, somehow I swear he knows. That's when he calls just to say hello. Oh, that's the way it is between me and Tim. That's my friend, that's my big brother Jim. We were kids in the 50s, teenagers in the 60s. He brought home the coolest records, and he always shared them with us. Ray Charles and Aretha, Chuck Berry and the Stones. We lay down between the speakers and we cranked that stereo. Then he went off to the Air Force, and me, I headed west. Before you know it, we were both married. We started having kids, but we never really drifted. Yeah, we always kept in touch. He's been his little brother's keeper, keeping the brotherly love. Oh, when I'm feeling low, somehow I swear he knows. That's when he calls just to say hello. Oh, that's the way it is between me and Tim. That's my friend, that's my big brother Jim. Oh, there's something about a brother that stands the test of time. Always there even when the season doesn't rhyme. Constant as the weather, always there whenever, as the years keep rolling by. Oh, when I'm feeling low, somehow I swear he knows. That's when he calls just to say hello. Oh, that's the way it is between me and him. That's my friend, that's my big brother Jim. Oh, that's the way it is between me and him. That's my friend, that's my big brother Jim. My big brother Jim. Yeah. Oh, that's the way it is. Yeah. Big brother Jim. Yeah. Big brother Jim. Big brothers. I'm from a very big family, like 10 kids in 10 years. Now they all want a song. Well, took me a lot of years to write
That's a whole other
down.
record album, John.
Yeah. I mentioned them in a lot of songs, so, different ones. But, yeah, sometimes you're looking for things to write about, and they're right there overhead. Like this song here. I just had to write a song about this. It's all a true story. Was the crack of dawn. Something woke me up. Some fierce kind of racket somewhere high up above. So I put on my boots and I walked outside. There was a murder of crows circling around our twin white pines. So I took a step back, and there high in the tree sat a pair of bald eagles building a nest, staring down on me. And out of the west came a good warm breeze, and a white-tail feather floated down and landed at my feet. Every now and then you get a little sign, a prayer touch on the shoulder from the great divine. You don't ask why, you just begin to believe in the medicine. So I took that feather and I walked inside. I took that feather and I bowed my thanks to the eagles and the pines, and then I walked on back inside. And I called the shaman. I asked, what does this mean? He said it's an omen, a blessing, son, some kind of powerful thing. He said it's an honor when they choose your place. It said when the eagle shows up, they bring a state of grace. Somewhere along your past, you did something right. Now it's time to walk the spirit way between the earth and sky. Every now and then you get a little sign, a kiss on the brow from the great divine. You don't ask why, you just begin to believe in the medicine. North and south, east and west, spread your wings, spread the medicine. Over hills and valleys, creeks and rivers wide, to the Standing Rock tribes, bring on the healing time. Every now and then we get a little sign, a wake-up call from the great divine. Let's not ask why, let's just begin to trust in, to walk in, to breathe in, to believe in the medicine. Yeah, the medicine. Hey, yeah. Yeah, the medicine. Big medicine. Hey, yeah. Ooh. Breathe in. Walk in. Trust in the medicine. Yeah. Yeah. True, definitely true story. Yeah, we had a pair of bald eagles. We live in this little town. It's pretty tiny, but 1,000 people, you know, and we live right by the Mississippi, looking out over the upper Mississippi there. And yeah, and about a year and a half ago, this pair showed up in the middle of the summer. You know, they should have been having babies and everything. We found out later that some people kind of are pretty sure where their nest was out in the river, and the wind blew it down one day. And so they picked our place. And then this summer, they raised a young pair. So a little sidebar on that story that I think is like cool woo-woo. And that is that, so that first day I went out there, the white-tailed feather, and I didn't know that's like a big totem thing. I didn't know it until I asked some native people. They're like, oh my God, you know. And so then they raised this pair of young eaglets, and it was so fun watching them every day, feeding the babies and stuff like that, and then watch the babies get bigger than the parents and jumping around and going from one branch over to the other, like, oh, they're getting ready to take off. And I remember I had 2 gigs, so Friday, Saturday, and I took off Friday, went to do my gig in Minnesota there somewhere, and I called my wife that night, and she said, I think one of them is gone. I think one of them, and we're like, oh, we knew the day was going to come, you know. Like, yeah, really, that's how you get, you know, they're very attached. And so then the second night I called after the gig, she says, I'm pretty sure the other one left too, you know. I was like, oh no. So she gets up in the morning and goes out like she does every morning. She gets up real early and goes out. She walks out, and on the front stoop, on the step, was a white-tailed feather. It was like, you couldn't have placed it in more perfect. To me, it was like a thank you for like letting them, you know. It's like we should thank them. They've been here a lot longer than us. But yeah, pretty cool. Okay, we're going to do a couple more here, and we'll take a little intermission. They got some tea and all kinds of little.
John's got a brand new CD. It's
yeah,
really,
we got
really
a new
good.
CD there. Okay.
Are we Harley?
Yeah.
Cable 3?
Wait a minute. You capo that, but you play. Do I capo 3 too? What fingers do you use? D. Okay, it's 3.
We forgot.
Pay no attention to the guys.
Behind the curtain.
Where's our curtain at?
We didn't have time to rehearse. We just drove.
We drove all day yesterday, like 12 hours. And then we drove most of the day to get here from Wisconsin. But we're here for the weekend. We got a few more gigs, so yeah.
Ready? Harley. There was a motorcycle, mama and her man, with a windburn tan and a Harley, roaring through Bakersfield when her water broke. They pulled into a hospital, and for a little joke, they named him Harley. They bought a sidecar and a small bandana band, and they loved Harley. Sliding sideways up the coast, cruising Highway 1, the sidecar came undone, no one noticed. Thrashing through a golden meadow, it came to rest right where a farmer's wife cried, Jesus Christ has answered all our prayers. And they named him Harley because of a tattoo that claimed his name was true. And they loved Harley, yeah. He was raised upon a farm, cradled in the arms of Beulah and Barney. All then out of restless age, they unlocked his cage, and he became a carny. There was a motorcycle, Daredevil Deluxe, jumping 50 trucks at the fairgrounds. Well, this middle-aged hippie couple, way up in the stands, they heard the crowd chanting loud the name of this young man, and they called him Harley. Well, that hippie couple smiled. Could this be their long-lost child? So they met Harley. They convinced him of the news when they compared tattoos. And they love their Harley. Na 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 na.
Go fast. Woo!
That's another true story. It's hard enough to whistle, and when you get out here, it's like dry.
Yeah, I can't whistle at home. It's really hard here. Okay, yeah, as Dan said, we got a little reception area out there. You can, and there's bathrooms. Did you mention where that is? Okay, outside, yeah. So you know where that is. At the CD table, it's kind of a little bit of a bargain there. If you want to get them, you can use credit cards if you want. And mailing list, very important for us indie folky singer-songwriters, because it never fails that I go to a gig and somebody says, hey, I'm here tonight because my sister in Florida or Iowa or something saw on my website or my email newsletter, which I send out only about 3 a year, that you're playing here. So it really helps kind of get our little audience around. And also, I didn't mention it at all. Usually I have a song or two, but we're playing mostly from the new record now. But I lead trips to Ireland. Way fun. Musical trips to Ireland. They're 9 days and nights, the 10th day, and we bring people back. And unbelievable, some of the best music you will ever hear in Ireland or anywhere in the world.
Right. The worst part is you bring people back.
Yeah, you have to come back. Yeah. Anyway, but there's little brochures about that, and you can go online and find out more. Way, way fun. And something I should have out there, but I don't. But I'd like to mention it while I'm here, especially in Colorado. The last 3 summers now, I've been leading a rafting trip on the Middle Fork of the Salmon River, Idaho. The Middle Fork. It's like the pristine one. And it's 6 days. Unbelievable. Really, one of the clearest, if not the clearest river in the United States. It's in the middle of the largest wilderness area in the United States, the Frank Church Wilderness area up there. And unbelievable, beautiful wildlife, and 20 of us. And it's way, way fun, yeah. Okay, one more song from the new CD. And this song is Sadly True.
Not another true.
I used to have long curly hair, but now whenever I look into the mirror, it's gray on the sides and there's not much on top, but my nose and ears are working on a bumper crop. Don't you love this growing old? I got this bunion on my left foot. I don't know what's with that, but it don't look good. What's with these toenails? Look more like hooves. I guess I'm gonna have to go to farrier school. Don't you just love this growing old? Yeah, this growing old is such a paradox. In your mind you're 17, but your body's just not. These golden years are looking more like rust. I can't remember what I just forgot. Lord, help me learn to love this growing old. My wife says, honey, oh, deaf as a post. I turn the TV up so loud it starts to smoke. But since I got hearing aids, I hear it all. Now when I pee into the toilet, sounds like Niagara Falls. Don't you just love this growing old? This modern medicine, ain't it just grand? You can get new parts and organs at the drop of a hat. You got the moolah, you got the guts. You can get a whole new look at the school of nip and tuck. Don't you love this growing old? Yeah, this growing old is such a paradox. In your mind you're 17, but your body's just not. These golden years are looking more like rust, creaky joints and saggy buns. Lord, help me learn to love this growing old. I'm not talking about myself now. Now that I'm ancient, folks open doors. They ask me what's the secret to this growing old. I say die a little each day. Less work, more play. So there's no judging left on that judgment day. Just learn to love this growing old. Yeah, help us all to learn. Help us all to learn this love for growing old. Don't you just love this going on? Don't you just love this going on? I just love this going on. Yeah. We'll see you in a few minutes, guys. Yeah. Thank you.
Just check with Anna at the front desk on the way out, and we'll keep you posted on what's going on here. And also, if you have smaller kids that are wanting to learn guitar, we have the Childhood Guitar program here, which is for kids between ages 5 and 12. So anyway, enjoy the second half of the concert. Jerry Mullins.
Thank you.
While Jerry's getting up there, I want you to know that Dale also teaches adults, the big people, you know. And he teaches not only guitar, but a mandolin, banjo, harmonica, fiddle, and we have a ukulele class. So there's multiple things going on here.
And I have the audacity to get up here and play after those guys smoke the house. Thank you. You're very kind.
It's a music club.
Yes. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know, in 1969, August of 1969, I went to Woodstock. I was told I had a really good time. And then in November after that, I got drafted. But what a sense of humor those guys had. But anyway, I grew up with the Beatles, did all that stuff. And I thought, if I could just come up with a Beatlesque tune, maybe some words that meant something. But I was sitting there at Woodstock. And see me through on this one. I'm going to drag you through the mud for just a minute because there was a lot of mud there. And I'm sitting there, getting sunbaked. Not just sunbaked, but I'm red, I'm toasted, I'm pretty much beyond repair. And this is only the second day. I had the amazing foresight just to bring a flannel shirt. And I took a Wonder Bread loaf and filled it with peanut butter and jelly and called that good for 3 days. So I was pretty sharp. So anyway, I was sitting there in the mud, and there was this, I had no idea who most of these people were. So we had, this is going to be a group participation thing. Kind of go along with me on this, okay? I can relive a moment. And there's this fellow that walked up and said, "Welcome, Country Joe McDonald and the Fish." And where did that start? Does anybody know? Go along with me here. You ready? Give me an F! Give me a U! Give me a D! Give me a D! What does that spell? Silly wabbit. You think I was going to pull that off? Come on. I was amazed. There's like 500,000 people screaming, "What?" Holy smoke. And I was two of them. So anyway, I started writing stuff that I thought was relevant. And it goes a lot like this. See? The knight in shining armor, showing all his armorous, advances to a disenchanted lady. In an open meadow, striking gladiatorial poses that he learned from a book. Gonna leave in the morning, or perhaps tomorrow noon. And if by chance you should miss me, you know where you can find me. But if you come on, won't you make it soon? Oh, in the town of all the love I used to know, lives a man who says he lives but in a book. And though he claimed unhappiness, living in transparency, he couldn't help but smile when people loved. Gonna leave in the morning, or perhaps tomorrow noon. And if by chance you should miss me, you know where you can find me. But if you're coming, won't you make it soon? Oh, in the town of all the love I used to know, lives a man who says he lived in a bush. Though he liked the compliment and transparency, he couldn't help but smile when people looked. Gonna leave in the morning, or perhaps tomorrow noon. And if by chance you should miss me, you know where you can find me. If you're coming, won't you make it soon? Oh, give a shove, lady, you're looking awfully good today. She smiles at me while giving dirty looks. And though she likes the compliment, she likes to play the game. So she leaves me there with nothing left to say. But gonna leave in the morning, or perhaps tomorrow noon. But if by chance you should miss me, you know where you can find me. But if you're coming, won't you make it soon? Gonna leave in the morning, or perhaps tomorrow noon. If by chance you should miss me, you know where you can find me. But if you're coming, won't you make it soon? Thank you. There's a lot of familiar faces out here. Thank you. This is a song about just friends. And I kind of look at myself as a resident of the planet. I don't have personal enemies. I don't have political enemies. I kind of see myself as just being one of us, and regardless of who that is, that's us. That's all of us. We're whizzing through space at about 16,000 miles a minute, and we got no lifeboats, and it's a little blue orb, and we're alone, and we can't seem to get along. I'm not sure why. So I try to do the very best I can to say that I am you, and you are me, and we are one. And I'm trying to keep that up front and always think of that in that way. I went to Korea and lived there for about 2 years. And came back with the Buddhists were very kind to me, and they were very friendly, and I came back with the yin and yang. And the balance means an awful lot to me. I don't know about you, but it's one of those things that is a very, very hard thing to keep in mind all the time, but it's not just what you do, but what you think. So, and given that, this is about the way that I look at friends. And by the way, all of these people here, you, are friends. Even those that I don't know are friends, soon to be. Here we go. My friends for a while. Gonna be afraid I might find you made of clay like me. Is that why you hide when I try to look inside and see? My cool touch you, it's only again we'll share when lonely. Big wheels keep on turning, might bring you back a friend. Don't burn those bridges, bridges meant to mend. You made of clay like me. Is that why you hide when I try to look inside and see? And I get to close out my portion with this is the song that's my signature song. It's called 10 Again. And we were all young and pretty once. I was almost pretty once. And this is about, I grew up I was born in 1950, so I got to see Davy Crockett. I got to do all of that stuff. And this is about being 10 again, looking back on it. Here we go. Stay in bed, sleepyhead, watch the world go by. Pull the covers over your head, feel the embers die. Raindrops running down the window to see which one when. Drawing a face in mist on the window, feels like I'm 10 again. Gone to the cupboard, open the door, relive the times that's past. The Pinewoods Derby is alive and well, and still moves just as fast. The baseball that went out of the park, signed by those I knew. 4 sections of track from a train on Christmas doesn't look quite so new. Yeah. Everybody skate. Coonskin cap, the tail and the back, made me a pioneer. Best of all, though ever so small, was the clown with the crocus sneer. Went to my window, my view of the world seems to change. Colors turn vivid, soul that shine, his desert to Riff Rag. Oh, betting on two raindrops running down the window to see which one will win. Drawing a face in this on the window feels like I'm 10 again. Oh, feels like I'm 10 again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, getting back to John and Dan. Welcome John and Dan back.
Very nice. Okay. Yeah. So did y'all have a nice little intermission there? Yep. Let Doug get everything back plugged in. Is this on? No. Not yet. Okay. So I'll shut up. Well said, Doug. Yeah, there we are. Okay, here's another song from the new CD that means a lot to me just because it's a lot about home, which is important to us all, I think. But that's where this comes from. I've been out walking through new fallen snow, down along the frozen Mississippi, and back on up to our front door. I turn the knob, and out of the kitchen comes the smell of goodness, smell of homemade love. That smell fills the air. Every little nook, every little cranny, all the way upstairs. From the soles of my feet to the tip of my tongue, I float into the kitchen, following the smell of homemade love. Homemade love, all warm and brown. 3 loaves at a time, poppy seeds on top, nice and round. They're just fresh out of the oven now. Smell of homemade love from Jojo's bread fills this house. She cuts the first slice, she gives me the butt. Say what you like, but to me, that's true love. With her 2 strong hands and her gentle touch, she makes her mark with a little crisscross on the top. That's Jojo's bread, all warm and brown. 3 loaves at a time, poppy seeds on top, nice and round. They're just fresh out of the oven now. The smell of homemade love, Jojo's bread fills this house. I spread a little strawberry jam, I close my eyes and take my seat. It's a slice of heaven, Holy Communion, in every bite. She don't need a cookbook, it's all in her head. Now she's passed it down to our daughter and our grandkids. It's a family tradition that we're all proud of. May the years be full of the smell of homemade love from Jojo's bread. All warm and brown, 3 loaves at a time, poppy seeds on top, nice and wrapped. They're just fresh out of the oven now. The smell of homemade love from Jojo's bread fills this house. The smell of homemade love from Jojo's bread fills this house. Every little nook and cranny, with her 2 strong hands. Yeah, that's Jojo's bread. And that's homemade love, 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 homemade love. There you go, Susie. Jojo's bread. Really, my wife has been making this bread. I actually met my wife in Colorado. We both were working in the 70s at Celestial Seasonings Herb Tea Company in Boulder, Colorado. Yep, kind of tells you a little bit about us. But she was making this bread. She had this cookbook, that Tassajara. It's a Buddhist thing, Tassajara cookbook, and she made this bread, and she's been making it ever since. And you know, especially around the holidays, so it's getting that time of year. It's cold out, and make homemade bread. So
Look forward to that.
yeah, yep. She always makes it and gives Dan a loaf if he's nice every year.
Never get the butt though.
You don't get the butt though. Yeah, Dan gets his loaf all wrapped up with the 2 butts cut off. Who else likes the butt on bread? Oh, yeah, about 1/3 of us, yeah. True love, right? When your wife said, no, you have the butt. No. Anyway, in case you're wondering, what am I playing here? This is called a bouzouki. And it's a octave mandolin, really, is what it is. And, handmade by a fella in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Makes a lot of great instruments. But, yeah, trying to think where this song, I can't exactly explain where this song came from, but it makes me happy. It's called Happy Place. Tell me, where's my happy place? Gone off to this time. Ran off like a stray dog I forgot to feed last night. He was just right here beside me, tail wagging up and down. I guess I'll leave the back door cracked till he comes on back around. Tell me please, tell me true, when your happy place goes a-running off, what you supposed to do? Sit and cry and put on your walking shoes and go looking for your happy place and bring them back on home with you. Well, I used to take my happy place everywhere I'd go, but I got so dang busy I left him sitting by the door. And I guess that he got tired of waiting all day long. He slipped out back, it seems, and now I sing a not so happy song. Tell me please, tell me true, when your happy place goes a-running off, what you supposed to do? Sit and cry, or put on your walking shoes and go looking for your happy place and bring them back on home with you. Was it something I did? Was it something I said? I better pay my happy place a little more attention every now and then. place. I'm gonna sit him down and tell him just how much I like having him around. I'm gonna feed him happy biscuits. I'm gonna scratch him on the rump. I'm gonna do my best to keep my happy place from running off. Tell me please, tell me true, when your happy place goes running off, what you supposed to do? Sit and cry, or put on your walking shoes and go looking for your happy place and bring him back home with you. I said, where's my happy place? Gone off to this time, ran off like a stray dog I forgot to feed last night. Yeah.
Awesome, Johnny.
Yeah, Bazooki. Get yourself one. Very fun.
Write happy songs with the bouzouki.
Yeah. You got a bazooki, you got to write a happy song on it. That's part of the deal. Okay. Dan, we're going to do a little Wichita there if I can do it.
All right.
Yeah. Here's a song Dan and I heard many years ago when we were in Nashville, Tennessee, and some good friends of ours run a song circle, and it's once a week, and so we got invited to be in the circle, and especially in Nashville, you never know who might be in the circle. Anyway, and we had a blast, and there was a great songwriter, girl named Gillian Welch there, and her boyfriend Dave Rollins, very good. And nobody knew who they were at the time, and we didn't either. But we just swapped songs all night and had a blast, and that's where we heard this next song. And any Kansas people here? Yeah, that's okay. But this song is called Wichita.
I think Joe Walsh is from Wichita. You know Joe Walsh? Eagles? Anyway, we heard him on the radio today.
Yeah, he was great. That was very good. Yeah. Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
She went back to Wichita. She went back to her ma and pa. Reckon I saw her up in my truck, pumping gas with the car backed up. We talked as neighbors will. They're waiting for the tank to fill. Talked about nothing or how it might snow, how far she had to go. Going back where the grass grows tall and the fields burn in the fall. You can still hear the night birds call back in Wichita. She came here in '85. She came here as a July bride, but it never got easy, never got rich, ain't got much but what you came here with. Good times have all been spent. She ain't broken, but she's badly bent. There's nothing for her here, nothing that shines. She made up her mind, going back where the grass grows tall and the fields burn in the fall. Can still hear the night birds call back in Wichita, yeah. For all her time, she ain't got much to show. You can tell that man of mine or anyone who wants to know. Going back where the grass grows tall and the fields burn in the fall. You can still hear the night birds call back in Wichita. I'm a-going back where the grass grows tall and the fields burn in the fall. You can still hear the night birds call back in Wichita. Oh, thank you.
Okay, another one from the new CD here. As I mentioned, go to Ireland a lot, and so does Dan. Dan goes over once or twice a year, and it's just been a wonderful, wonderful, life-changing experience for me. 6 of my 8 great-grandparents all came from Ireland, so I thought maybe I'll like it, maybe I'll hate it. You know, it is a mixture. When I first went over, geez, I'd go in the pubs and everybody's singing and playing. They went, "Wow, that's where I get that," you know, and funny stuff. I go, "Yeah, I get that," and people teasing each other all the time. Yeah, that's how I grew up. And then there was a lot of dark stuff. Oh, that's where that comes from. I think it's the same thing if you're German or whatever you are, and you go back, you go, ooh, that's good and bad. And so, but anyway, learned so much about the Irish culture and the music. Well, the culture is very tied into the music. It's just very much, we have people in this country that hardly listen to music. You know, they're in the car or work all day, and they got talk radio, but music just isn't a big part of their life. But in Ireland, it's part of the fabric of everything, and so we've all heard jigs and reels, Irish traditional music, and I've always loved it. And but I didn't realize that every jig and every reel is all about dancing. Every one of those is written to dance, and the dance is very specific. It's Irish set dancing. The closest thing we have to it is square dancing and stuff like that. And I'm sure square dancing comes from Irish set dancing, is where it started. And anyway, so I was having a chat one night with this family. I've been doing the tours about 15 years and going over there some years before that. So I've worked with this one family. I remember I was one of the first tours I was doing, and met this local lady and got talking, and she's like, "Yeah, I got a daughter this big and this big and this big, and they all play, you know." And I said, "Well, geez, you know, would you guys come and do a little thing for us at our place where we're staying, you know?" And she was like, "Well, let me ask them, you know." Boy, they were up for it. Anyway, and so every year I've worked with these girls, and now they're all grown up, and the youngest one's name is Tara, is with Riverdance. She plays the pipes and the box and the flutes, and just phenomenal. And but the whole family, I bring a lot of the groups, and they teach us how to do the set dancing and stuff like that. So, and her dad's name is Powrig. So I got together with Powrig and Tara one night. We were just having a chat, and he was talking about, when we were kids, every night of the week we got together to dance every night. You know, instead of watching TV and different things, and all the neighbors from all around got together every night, and pretty much every night, he said. And anyway, he said, and we would dance on the old flag floor. And I went, excuse me, I have to write that down. I thought, there's a song there. And they have this beautiful, beautiful black flagstone. And that's what the song is about. Mickey and TC made one handsome pair, 2 kids on the back roads of West County Clare. Dressed up for the evening, they both made their way to the end of the parish, to the old Howley place. Most nights of the week, friends and neighbors came by, in through the half door to the turf fireside. Then out came the fiddles in the old hobnail shoes. Then hand in hand, side by side, they stepped 2 by 2 on that old flag floor, polished and beautifully worn. And it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and back home once more on that old flag floor. beautiful black list scanner stone, cut from the backside of the proud cliffs of Moher, then carefully placed at the foot of the hearth, where each and every set started and stopped on that old flag floor, polished and beautifully worn. And it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and back home once more on that old flag floor. And they dance through the hunger in the American wake, and they dance through the rising of a free Irish state, and they dance through the hard times and good times alike, from season to season, round the circle of life. Now folks are still dancing round West County Clare, at Kaylee's and Flaws and the Willie Clancy affair. And if you're walking the back roads and hear a fast set of reels, listen close, you might hear the lively sound of their heels on that old flag floor, polished and beautifully worn. And it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and back home once more on that old flag floor, polished and beautifully worn. And it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and back home once more on that old flag floor, that beautiful old flag floor.
Yeah, great song.
Yeah. Okay, Daniel, on my list, I got, what do you have on your list there? Is it the same list, Gentle on My Mind?
Yeah, I copied
Yeah.
your list.
Good, okay.
It's a polka, everybody.
Everybody get up and dance. No.
Bring a little Wisconsin flavor to Colorado.
Dan and I were both big fans of a wonderful songwriter, John Hartford. I don't know if you're familiar with him. But not just John Hartford, but Glenn Campbell, who was a phenomenal player and singer. And he recorded this song of John Hartford's. And one of those all-time,
It's a
maybe
great
perfect
song.
songs,
It's
you
a
know.
great song.
It's called Gentle on My Mind. If you,
Well, it's knowing that your door is always open, your path is free to walk. It makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words or bonds, the ink stains that have dried upon some mind, that keep you on the back road by the rivers of my memory, that keep you ever gentle on my mind. It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on the column now that bind me. Yeah, something that somebody said, 'cause they thought we fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving when I walk along the railroad track and find that you're moving on the back road by the rivers of my memory, smiling ever gentle on my mind. Now the wheat fields and the clotheslines, the junkyards and the highways come between us. Some other woman crying to her mother, 'cause she turned and I was gone. Well, I still might run in silence, tears of joy will stain my face. The summer sun might burn me till I'm blind. Yeah, but not to where I cannot see you, walking on the back road by the river flowing gentle on my mind. I dip my cup of soup back from a gurgling, crackling, cauldron in some train yard. My beard's a ruffling coal pile, and a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Yeah, through cupped hands round a tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and find that you're moving on the back road by the rivers of my memory, smiling ever gentle on my mind. Yeah, you're moving on the back road by the rivers of my memory, hours you're just gentle on my mind. Thank you. Great song by John Harper. Thanks, everybody.
Gorgeous. Okay. Here's another one from the new record. My grandkids' favorite song, sort of. They like that Lucky Duck song. They love that. Yeah, they hang with that one. But this one too. This one they've actually got up on the stage and sang with me. 7- and 8-year-old grandson and granddaughter who live right down the street. Very fun. And so I don't know where the song came from. Some crazy songwriting person up there, and but I was there to catch it when it fell. Here's the story about two unassuming friends, a humpback whale and a mountain lion. I hope you have a good imagination. In case you don't, here's how it really happened. Well, she was walking down by the ocean side as the sun was slowly sinking, when she heard a blow and she turned to see a great big tail a-splashing. So she went out to the edge, and when he came back up, he was looking right up at her. So she roared hello, and he spun around, and he breached the clear blue water. And they saw eye to eye, and they spoke mind to mind about the setting sun and the new moon rise. Oh, you never know where, and you never know when you're gonna meet your next very best friend. Now Now here's another story about two more friends. They met up in the wild blue yonder. A young friendly moose on his first adventure and a wise old river otter. Well, the moose was waiting along the banks of the creek, looking for a little breakfast, when he reached too far and he caught his antlers on the low-hanging willow branches. And then the otter came along with a whistle and a song and started gnawing on the branches and the twigs. He freed the moose in a flash, then they laughed and they splashed and they danced to an Irish jig. And they saw eye to eye and they spoke mind to mind about the hills and valleys and the gorgeous northern lights. Oh, you never know where and you never know when you're gonna meet your next very best friend. You might be skipping down the street or building castles on the beach when a stranger meets your eye, and at the same time you say hi, and you see eye to eye, and you speak mind to mind about the ups and downs of this beautiful thing called life. Oh, we never know where and we never know when we're gonna meet our next very best friend. Where we're gonna meet our next very best friend. True story, obviously. No, just kidding. Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
all true, huh?
I know. But you never know when you're going to meet that next person there. So here's a not funny song, and I send this out to anybody that has family and loved ones, neighbors, friends that have had addiction in their lives. It's 9 a.m, time for my dose. Driving to the clinic for my methadone. Some days I make it, some days I don't. It's not much, but it's my ray of hope. Today's my birthday, 33 years old, trying to find my way out of this dark, alone. Daddy, you can know these shoes I'm walking in. If I could, I would let you in. I used to be your little cracker jacker, your freckle-faced, toe-headed daredevil dancer. I do want to come back, and I hope I can. I want to come back to that kid again. I want to come back to myself again. Remember that day I was 8 years old, me and Willie on our bikes. I didn't make it home, hit by that Chevy on Main Street downtown. I was lying in a pool of blood, my teeth all scattered round. But you broke through the crowd and got down on your knees. You whispered, buddy, it's Daddy, stay with us, please don't leave. I know I scared you and Mama half to death that day. Now I know, here you're even more afraid. I used to be your little cracker jacker, your freckle-faced, toe-headed daredevil dancer. I do want to come back, and I hope I can. I want to come back to myself again. Don't want to be broken anymore. I want to be a better man. For my sweet little daughter Katie, I want to be whole again. I can't explain exactly why I use. All I know is I don't hurt as much when I do. So thanks, Mom and Daddy, for not giving up on me. I want to stop running and do the work this time. I want to get clean. I hope this time I climb out of this hole, this damn well I fell into long ago. And I want you to know I'm doing what I can. I do want to come back to family again. I do want to come back, and I hope I can. I want to come back to myself again. All the way back to myself again. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got a couple more for you here. This is an older song of mine. It's a title track on one of the CDs. And it's called Kicking This Stone. Kicking the stone up this hill, past the old hotel and the railroad tracks and the rundown mill. I don't know what for, I don't quite know why. I just know I like the way it makes me feel inside. So I kick it hard till it rolls along. Next thing I know, I'm singing this song. Oh, kicking this stone, yeah, kicking this stone. Oh, up the hill and around the block and down the road, kicking these blues all alone, out into the open light of day where moss can't grow. Oh yeah, kicking this stone. Past the school playground, in the church graveyard, in the country club, in the factory, in the downtown bars, past the alleyway, in the lock and dam, past the poets, and the prostitutes, and the clergyman, by the city jail, and the county home, past all the saints and sinners, kicking their stones. Oh, kicking this stone, yeah, kicking this stone. I ain't making no mess, I ain't hurting no one. I'm just making my way a little each day to kingdom come. Kicking the stone down this long highway, all across the countless miles, from the cradle to the grave, past all my mistakes with all their guilt and shame, through the gentle rain of tears when sweet forgiveness came. oh, kicking this stone. Yeah, kicking this stone. Oh, up there and around the block and down the road, kicking these blues all alone. Out into the open light today where moss can't grow, kicking my stone, kicking my stone. Yeah. Everybody just kicking our stones. Yeah. Come on, just kick it down, kick it down, yeah, kicking that stone, yeah. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. How about a big hand for all the people there? Dale, Doug, Pat, all the people that volunteered and helped. Big hand for Jerry for a great job opening up, Jerry. Thank you very much. Woo! Thank you, thank you. And yeah, and then thank you all who bought CDs and stuff, and pick up an Irish brochure, see you in Ireland. All you do is you get one of those little brochures, put it on the refrigerator, you look at it every day, and it just happens in a year or two. I swear to God, that's kind of how it works. Serious fun, though. If you ever thought about going to Europe, and Ireland's a great place to start. They sort of speak English. But, very, very fun people, and the trips are kind of trip of a lifetime for many people.
That's awesome.
I mean, I have a group that just got together. They've had 9 reunions, and none of them knew anybody. For 20 people, they meet every year. This year, they're in the Smoky Mountains, but Vermont, Wisconsin, the Outer Banks, Bend, Oregon, Texas, Austin, Texas. They just meet and hang out and rent a few houses, and so it's a great way to make some great friends from outside of town. Yeah. Anyway, very fun.
Meet your new best friend.
Yeah, meet your new best friend. That's how it works. Anyway, we're gonna close with an old bluegrass song. Yeah, it's called "Love Someone Like Me."
Got your harp or no? All right, 1, 2, 1.
Now is it true that I've lost you? Am I not the only one after all? This pain and sorrow, darling, think of what you've done. Look out. Well, heart to heart, how I need you, like the flower needs a dew. And loving you, well, that's been my life, love. Now I can't believe we're through. Oh, is it true that I've lost you? Am I not the only one after all? This pain and sorrow, darling, think of what you've done. I'll go back to old Virginia, where the mountains meet the sky. It was there I learned to love you. Now I'll stay until I die. Is it true that I've lost you? Am I not the only one after all? This pain and sorrow, darling, think of what you've done. all this pain and sorrow. Darling, think of what you done. Yes, darling, think of what you done.
Thank you, everybody. Dan Sebranek.
Thank you, everybody. Mr. John Smith.
There's no place to sneak away. I will do one for the road. Is it Josephine? Is that your name? Yeah, Josephine, this is for you. It's for you, and send it out to your beautiful, lovely grandmother who passed away recently. I start choking there at the end.
Yeah, me too.
But really, thank you, Doug and Dale, and stuff for having us. Appreciate it. Boy. So, this is a song that I wrote in Ireland, and I love it in the evening or at the end of any gathering when the Irish people are all leaving. They all say safe home," or a lot of them will say "Slán Abhaile." Most Irish people don't speak Irish all the time, but they have certain words and phrases they say all the time, you know. And so, but safe home, I just thought that was very endearing. So I wrote this little song, and it has a real simple chorus. We'll teach it to you so you can sing along with us. Mm-hmm. Could you give me a little more vocal here? I kind of lost my voice. And then the chorus goes like this. Safe, one second. Do you have a throat lozenge here? Yeah. Thank you very much. I don't know where it went. You see it there? Jeez, I thought you scored 2 points there for a minute. Yeah, I'm good.
I'm okay, right? Thanks.
Yeah. Jeez, I was going to yell something out of that last song, and I just got a little scratch in my voice or something. Thank you. Anyway, the chorus goes like this. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. May the light of the moon smile down on your road. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. Until I next see you, safe home will you go. Try that. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. May the light of the moon smile down on your road. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. Until I next see you, safe home will you go. We've come through the valleys, come through the fields, crossed over rivers to find ourselves here. We sang songs of sorrow, sang songs of love. Let's sing one more together to send ourselves off. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. May the light of the moon smile down on your road. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. Until I next see you, safe home will you go. We've laid down our worries, our troubles, our fears, like shells on the strand washed by laughter and tears. But the tide has returned now to lift us away, back to our houses and families we pray. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. May the light of the moon smile down on your road. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go. Until I next see you,
safe home will you go? Oh, the fiddles are quiet, the whistles are still, only echoes remain from the jigs and the reels. The dance floor is empty, our farewells all said. Now it's time to be going till we all meet again. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go? May the light of the moon smile down on your road. Safe home, safe home, safe home will you go? Until I next see you, safe home will you go? Until I next see you, safe home will you go? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and safe home. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wonderful evening. Thanks, guys. Drive safe.
Thank you, everybody.
I know, I got that little first set. All right. Yeah, it was just good.